Hello and welcome back to Starfield. This is NG+3-ish. Doesn't really matter because we're going to go do a distress call in the Charybdis system that we have not previously chased down. So while I have a level 73 character with a bunch of starborn powers, this is first time through for Pix, so we don't have any prior knowledge.
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Now, since the last update, I did go off and sell a bunch of things. We did a minor update to the ship compared to what I could have done. So after I sold all of the other loot I'd picked up, I thought, hey, let's gather some materials and upgrade our weapons. And went to the gun store to sell guns, and they had an advanced gun. Let me see if I can bring it up here. Well, this is what it looks like now. I've upgraded it significantly. In fact, let's look at it on the bench. It was an advanced rifle that had a significant upgrade to my existing gun. I started outfitting it and I upgraded to a bull barrel like my other one, and I was able to put a recon sight on. It had a long scope already. I upgraded the muzzle to a suppressor, and I was going down here. We're piercing rounds. Got a constellation skin on it. Don't have upgrade modules. These legendaries cost 25,000. I got down here to quality level, and it was advanced. I was able to upgrade to superior for 150,000 credits, which I had. Now, next level is exceptional, which is going to cost 300,000 credits. So that sets our expectation for what our upgrades are going to be costing. We're going to be spending hundreds of thousands of credits on weapon upgrades. So I am glad that I increased the vendor cash, because getting that many credits together when vendors only have like 65,000 at a time is drudgery. Anyway, so we now have a rifle that really packs a punch. Now we are headed towards Charybdis. Let's see, activity. Find the distress call in the Charybdis system. So now L should bring us right to it. We can't actually jump all the way out to Charybdis because we haven't actually been to these other systems. Even if we had fuel, which we do, we couldn't make those jumps. You can jump through any system you've discovered as long as you've got fuel to do it. So here's Wolf. And headed for Denebula. That's where the Mantis quest is. No, you can't.
We're here, hot off the stellar slide.
Okay, quick save. I've been having crash problems again, so we'll be doing a lot of quick saves. We can get to Zosma.
Jump complete. Want to do it again, just for fun? No?
Oh, acquire the power on Zosma 5A. I better go do that. It's been my observation that when those come up, sometimes there are problems if you ignore them, especially if you go and orbit the planet that they're on. You may come back to not be able to get to the actual, what do you call it? The actual waypoint. Okay, so we are looking for the scanner anomaly.
Informal greeting. I am dissatisfied with the results.
It looks like it's behind us. Yep, Temple Epsilon right back there. Ooh, we can see it.
Soar like the eagles of old. I do not think I could tire of seeing these magnificent structures.
Okay, we need to park up here somewhere so we can get out. There we go. So yeah, I've had problems where it said there's a temple on this planet. When I come back to the planet, the waypoint for it is gone. So we just do them. And since we don't have to do the whole 120 temples to get our powers up, I am going to just grit my teeth and deal with the temple puzzles. So far, so good. You were a fake out. Okay. So we got
Power.
boom. Andreja softened him up. I took him out with one remaining shot. Poor guy. Okay. And that's a crash. We are 8 minutes into the video and I have already crashed, but I've been hitting the quick save button because we've been having problems. This is like the 4th time I've started recording this episode. I'm just going to bowl through it this time. Be right back. So we are back. It took a couple of minutes to reload and we are ready to go. So yeah, back to it. This time we can make the jump.
Repeating emergency request. Facility Crucible requires vital materials to sustain the mission. Transmitting coordinates on Charybdis 3. End of message.
Okay, they require vital materials. Fine. Oh, and there's a power on Charybdis 7D, which I need to go get. We'll come back and deal with their we need materials thing.
sight is sufficient. We should
Your ship is way bigger than Dad's.
Captain, it is pleasant to see you.
Can I see it from here? Yes, there it is over there. I don't even need to use my scatter. Whee! Okay, these rocks are just big enough to be irritating.
These ruins have so much to tell us. There are so many questions.
Temple Omicron. Pretty much need to see these coalescing, and sometimes they go away immediately. Well, that one re-popped. Don't understand what happened there.
It is so strange to think that this could literally be millions of years old, predating all human civilization.
Boom. Okay, let's make sure that the phase time has ended. I'm going to do another quick save. We are headed for Operation Starseed. Go to the Crucible on Charybdis 3, which is where we originally set out to go 15 minutes ago. And that's a crash. I will return momentarily. Okay, let's try this again. I do not know why it would crash when you hit the L to bring up this menu. I just can't.
ready for touchdown.
And we have had some very long runs without crashes, or without many crashes. you're going to see the little quick saving thing in the upper right-hand corner a lot.
Human of unknown origin detected. Designated outsider. This is an undisclosed secret location. Please identify purpose or depart. Acknowledging receipt of emergency request. Explanation deemed acceptable. Clearance granted to Crucible. Outsider will deliver 150 units of copper. Compensation will be dispensed.
Hey, Tobias wants 150 units of copper.
Stand down. We have a visitor.
Reminder, deliver required material. End of conversation.
This is incredible. For so long we hoped for any visit, and the day has finally arrived. Forgive Tobias. He only does what he is made to do. Your arrival is truly an historic one, but many fear what it portends. The societies have closed their doors and are arguing about what to do, while the rest hide to see which way the wind blows. Franklin would know what to do. He's the oldest among us. You should talk with him. Most of us are like me, free and unaligned. But there are 3 societies that are oft at odds with one another. The Believers, the Pragmatists, and the Renegades. It would be wise to meet each of them. Franklin leads the Pragmatists. Crucible is a tinderbox, and any spark will set it off. We're still recovering from a deadly conflict that happened 3 years ago. Far fewer of us are here to greet you today because of it. Give it time, and I'm sure the others will come out. For curiosity's sake, if nothing else.
This feels vaguely like one of those situations that ends with, and they were never heard from again.
Getting that vibe, are you, Andreja?
No queries are being answered at this time.
Franklin! Nice suit.
When your ship landed, I feared the robots would shoot you on sight. I am greatly relieved that they let you enter our community, but you come during a delicate time. Everyone will seek to use your arrival to further their own ends. You ask a question you already know the answer to. Yes, of course. I have need of you. But if you have a good heart and a quick mind, I am sure you will see my point of view.
No, we most certainly do not. Our relationship with them is a matter of some debate.
Where to begin? Maybe an introduction? I am Franklin Delano Roosevelt, leader of the Pragmatist Society.
Well, it is gratifying that even after all these years, my name isn't entirely forgotten. You see, I was an American president. Well, not literally, but in a sense I was.
Everyone that lives here are clones. Some of us are clones of the greatest figures of history, and others, well, we don't rightly know.
When we die, and some of us die quite often, we are brought back.
I cannot imagine how strange this must sound to an outsider.
You need not imagine. I can assure you, this is all exceedingly strange. Baffling, even.
Not at all. I have had occasion to see death more than anyone. When someone dies, all they have accomplished here in Crucible, all of their deeds, thoughts, are gone. And when they come back, they are different, modified. The believers say they are improved. Being reborn can take years, sometimes over a decade. But everyone comes back.
Now there is the question, isn't it? I do not have FDR's memories, but I know every nuance of his life and times.
Well, as much as history records. I confess, I feel an undeniable affinity towards him. But no, I am my own man. But not all of us see it that way.
I could see how confusing this may be, even frustrating. But if it's any consolation, many of us feel the same, and we live here. After decades, centuries, of trying to figure it out ourselves, there is so very much we don't know either. The robots clone us for a reason, their so-called mission. But what that is, and what we should do about it, is something the societies disagree about. Sometimes violently. It's best you meet with the other societies, and after, I promise I'll explain the pragmatists' position on matters. Please do.
Word has been sent, so the street should be full again. There is more I would talk with you about, but I would not take advantage of your ignorance.
Let's get a picture of
speak
him.
with the Monirinas and Genghis Khan.
So, let's see. Pick photo mode. Need to put him in the frame. There we go. So, Monarinas
I
and
might
Genghis
have some
Khan.
stuff you could use
Ooh.
in stock. Welcome to town, stranger. Consider me part of the welcoming committee. The name's Wyatt Earp, and I'd be most pleased if you'd use one of the spare rooms during your stay. For a modest fee, of course. He was, and I try to be. I do the best I can to uphold the law, but the societies make that difficult. I expect I've had as much success restraining Genghis as the Chinese did. I do what I can. Roosevelt and I are both of the same mind on that. I'm for whatever side wants to keep the peace. It means that the pragmatists and I are often on the same side of things. But you might be surprised the number of times I've had to ask some of them to back off some nonsense. I can work with that. Well, I hope you enjoy your stay. And by the by, I may have access to some essentials I've picked up over the years. Happy to sell them to you. Of course.
See what he's got. So he carries trauma packs, alien food, and modest resources.
I'm hoping you come back for some repeat business.
Photo mode. Same thing with him. We're going to get ourselves a nice frame.
You're the most exciting thing that's happened.
Amelia Earhart?
My darkest hours, I feared that we were all that was left of humanity.
Got a picture of her when she isn't talking.
Your ship, she's a beauty. It travels the stars, right? Tell me, what's it like out there? That's just how I imagine it. My name's Amelia Earhart. When I first woke up in this place, in my head, I knew all about my namesake, her life and her accomplishments. But I also knew how to fly a starship, reactor limits, thrust acceleration vectors and everything. In my mind's eye, I can imagine flying out there, touching heaven itself. And yet, cruelly, here I sit. The facility keeps us alive, fed and protected, but they do a terrible job of informing us of anything at all. My guess is the facility thought they might need a pilot one day, but your guess is as good as mine. Am I that transparent? Listen, I know you owe me nothing at all, but I would do anything to get off of here. I know the societies want who knows what from you for who knows why, and I don't want to get involved in any politics. I just want, for my single self, a chance to explore. You won't regret it. Thanks. Do you
I think
wanna
we
talk
just
about
adopted a
anything
kitten.
else? No, I don't. I consider myself a most ardent admirer of hers. She feels like family. Distant family. I like to think we both share a kindred spirit of adventure, though. She broke so many barriers in her life. I would love the same opportunity one day.
Evidently prove they are untrustworthy.
I have a few choice, unchristian thoughts about some of them. But I'm going to stay out of it. Listen, I'd understand you making any decision you have to regarding them. Any at all. I just hope you judge me separate. I don't wish harm on anyone. I just want to explore. Goodbye, outsider.
Okay, so she's coming with us. Andreja, you may have competition.
This unit is busy.
Okay, so you need a picture. So let's get the whole outfit there. Amani Reynes.
I had hoped you would visit me. Good. Know that you stand before Queen Amanirinas of the Kush, queen of a dead kingdom on a dead world. But I earned my name, and even the sands of time cannot take it from me. Your courtesy is appreciated, even though it rings hollow. My subjects are all dust. If you don't believe me, know you are not alone. Some clones deride me behind my back. I know this, but I feel in my bones that I am a Manirinas for true. The great and the terrible, to those who would oppose me. I remember things no one has told me. Memories of faces, betrayers, lovers, allies, and enemies. And the smells. The right scent. And I close my eyes. And I can picture all of it. So vividly. It aches my heart. My home. My kingdom. You are wise, then. I know how it must sound. Once, I called upon mighty armies. However, on Crucible I still lead. Have you heard of the believers? Have you heard of the mission? We are the ones who will take our rightful place in these settled systems, to bring in a new glorious age, and break the endless cycles of oppression and greed. You are skeptical. My advisors thought the same when Augustus Caesar stood unbeatable at Kush's border. I made war against the mighty Romans. I took their cities and fought them to a draw. No other king or queen can boast of that honor against that famed Roman. And that's just me. Some of the greatest lions of all ages are awaiting rebirth. What are bureaucrats, petty politicians, and lawyers against that? So many scoff at the mission. Before we are reborn here, there are words all of us are told. That we are the chosen. We are meant to better ourselves. To learn, grow, and thrive. All of us represent the greatest figures in our history. Who better to lead the settled systems to a new golden age? If we could do it ourselves, we would have, years ago. I do not care if you think my plan is insane. But what I want, what we want, is a chance to prove to the facility we are ready. When someone has achieved their potential, the facility is supposed to set us free among the stars. But the machines have been breaking more and more over the years. And no one has ever been deemed worthy. I need your help to properly fix the facility so that we can prove ourselves and claim our birthright. The facility is another place on this very planet. A place we cannot go, as much as we dream of it. Surely someone, anyone by now would have learned the lessons the facility sought to teach. No, the machines have not aged well. The crises break upon our beach, each one greater than the last. Then listen well, outsider. You must go to the facility. The robots and what drives them is not here. The facility is where they come from. Somewhere far to the east. None of us can travel there. But you can. Go there, please. And see if the facility can be repaired. Then report back to me.
Okay, so she wants the facility to be repaired so that some of her followers can be deemed to be worthy so they can go out into the settled systems and take over. And out that way is Genghis Khan. He's beyond the fence.
Change is coming.
That's a big comm antenna.
Stranger! Weapons out! They come!
I have seen it.
Boom, boom, boom. Before they even registered on the radar, they were dead.
And the woman from the stars, come to see me. And you're not afraid to get your hands dirty. I guess the world out there is not so different than here. Genghis Khan, a pleasure to meet you. Manners cost me nothing. But make no mistake, I will do whatever it takes to escape this prison. I am pleased that the dangers out here are of no concern to you. You cannot be fully human if you trap yourself behind walls. The robots taught me many things any Mongol would know. So, hunting game, even such as this, is little challenge to me. So Franklin told you of us. Oh, that we're clones? Some of us think that makes us special. that the deeds of our namesakes are somehow ours. But that is blind arrogance. We are just people. Same as you. Same as anyone. Would it? Well, you would know better than I. But all this talk gets us nowhere. Too many of the others grovel at the feet of the damned robots, trying to play their roles in a broken game. The renegades will not submit, and one day, we will be free. I do not know. Everything outside of Crucible is unknown to us. I imagine the settled systems are not so settled that a man who does not shrink from violence can't make a place for himself, though. A prison of the mind and the body. Crucible holds out a throne and says, "Obey, and it is yours." But thrones are meant to be taken, not handed to you by a machine. But it is a tantalizing lie that keeps the others in line. If Crucible had not hobbled us, we wouldn't. I have died a dozen deaths trying to find a way out of Crucible. You get too far or disobey too much, then death. Crucible holds our lives in its hands. But now, the robots have made a grave mistake. You can go where none of us can. You hold our future in your hands, and all the societies know it. Oh yes, you can go 1 or 2 miles from Crucible, and you drop dead. I have no knowledge of medicine, but it's probably poison. It boils my blood to be subjugated like this. But too many of the clones are sheep. As long as their pens are clean and comfortable, they bleat their arguments. Even if you think I deserve this cage, does everyone? If you want your heartstrings tugged, talk to Amelia Earhart. Doesn't she deserve the stars she craves? You know of the facility, yes? Go there, and make the machines let us leave. It is not much to ask, and it will set us free.
Okay. So mechanically, I'm not really sure how those quests differ. It's still going to the Crucible and doing stuff. So let's take a look at the quest. Well, we go talk to Franklin first, obviously.
So, you have heard from the other societies. I must confess I'm very curious what an outsider thought of them, and their positions. You might be the first objectively neutral party we've ever come across. A very diplomatic approach. The facility has gathered some of the most obstinate and dangerous personages throughout history. It has told them that they should lead in a golden age via whatever means they see appropriate, setting us all loose and
Sparta as a whole would invite disaster. We are barely fit to lead ourselves. Certainly. It is evident that the facility is decaying. It is both unsustainable and unwise for us to fix and maintain the status quo. Our community must be weaned off the machines, learn how to build, grow, and govern ourselves, allowed to raise families so we can pass our lessons to the next generation, and to die when our allotted time is finished. One day we will be worthy of going to the stars. We are just not there yet. Do not listen to passion. Genghis can be very persuasive, but he's a fool. In some sense, we are an abomination. A science project made for unknown ends and with uncertain results. Once we are fully human, fully self-reliant, then we should be allowed to join the settled systems. Yes, and not to be indelicate, not for lack of trying. Are we even human in this state? We have no future, only the past.
I think I'm going to toss my weight in on Franklin's
You have no
side.
idea how profoundly grateful I am to hear that.
Go to the facility and see what can be done.
Okay.
Over here. We need to talk.
If you distrust everyone,
So you talk to Wyatt.
Listen, it's not safe to talk here. It's about Roosevelt. There's something you need to know. Thank you. There's a, well, cave just outside town. No chance of us being listened in on. Please, come as quick as you can. Ideally, before you go to the facility. I hope so. I'll meet you at the cave.
Okay, so let's see what's going on that he needs my help immediately before I go to the facility. Okay.
You came. I just can't take a chance. These clones, they're psychotic, crazy. If they find out, I'm sorry. I just can't take the chance. You're just making it worse. I'm not Wyatt Earp. I wish. God, how I wish I was. I was cloned off a monster. America's first serial killer. H.H. Holmes.
Well, that is less auspicious.
It's like a living nightmare. If you go to the facility, I know you'd find out who I am. And if you let any of these bloodthirsty maniacs know, they'd kill me. But no, that wouldn't be the end. Every time my new clone would appear, death, torture, pure hell. I'm afraid it's you or me. I'm going to kill you. I just don't see a way out.
Why is it giving me the tutorial pop-ups again? Can't explain it, but you don't have to worry, you'll be fine. So I think, let's assume, since I am in NG+, that we've done this before. I think I'm not going to use this. I think I'm going to go down here.
Wyatt Earp was a hero. Maybe I can.
There we go.
I just am not sure. I'm gonna trust you, okay? Just don't tell anyone. This never happened.
Okay, so Secret Lives. Yeah, dude's not a bad dude, he's just cloned from a bad dude. So if we were going to treat him as H.H. Holmes, then how would we treat Vae Victus's clones? Think about that. Okay, so cockpit.
Bird, and we shall be on our way.
Can we speak for a moment?
Engines ready.
We're in orbit. What next?
Okay, so we need to find the facility. There it is. Is there? We've got a white dot there. Deliver copper. Okay. We don't have copper to deliver.
All clear. Time to land this ship.
Captain, do you require my assistance?
So, let's see here.
I have been curious. I know that your role in Constellation was thrust upon you in an unusual way. But that experience does not demand that you stay. You could have delivered the artifact and then left. Why do you stay? It does seem to be a unique situation with serious consequences. That is what keeps me here as well. My past is complicated. And anyone in Constellation will tell you I do not speak much of it. But my family always stressed the importance of having a purpose in life. You must have a reason for being. Yes, that is one way of putting it. I am often surprised at how reluctant some are to agree with the idea. They sometimes seem offended I would suggest such a thing. When I first came to New Atlantis, I was shocked at how many people go about their business every day like drones. They do their jobs, eat their food, sleep in their beds, all seemingly without concern for anything around them. Complacent. Their experience is so different from much of the settled systems. They do not know how good they have it. Yes, they were. I did not grow up amidst such luxury. Purpose cuts through adversity. I know that all too well. And these people seem to have no idea. I have. There have been times where I wondered whether it was worth it. My family is unique within the settled systems. I grew up outside the bounds of the United Colonies, or the Freestar Collective. My parents, and their parents before them, did not believe anyone outside our family could be trusted or relied upon. You can imagine, I am sure, how existence without ties to others is challenging in space. It has certainly proven valuable. Saved me. A few times, without question. For now, though, it would seem you and I have found purpose in Constellation. I believe that is enough. I am pleased that we have common cause, and have enjoyed our time together. Thank you.
Okay. Slowly but surely, getting that relationship with Andreja set up. One dialogue chain at a time. So that's the facility down there. Looks like a football field.
Hope wherever you store that the smell will not be an issue.
Find clues about the facility. Apparently there are 7 of them to find. So I'm guessing that this facility is not going to have a whole lot of live things in it. So we're going to be mostly relying on hitting phase time and chopping up the robots that way. Welcome to the facility. I'm not going to bother with stealth until we know we need it. I think that's the only door. We've got the exit door.
I am taking damage. Warning, damage registered.
The robot is taking damage. What is that about? I hear, oh, sounds like there are little monsters too.
Things I would do if I
Oh
had
goodness. I should break into the top floor. It is a spaceship, as we all assumed. Records call it Galathea. The ship has been stripped down, but amazingly the comm system was operational. Message from another ship called the Beagle. Transmission was raw noise. So Galathea and Beagle. That's a clue. Reborn. Today I am here new. They tell me I was here before, that I have been reborn. I have knowledge of a son, Kublai, and his accomplishments of being the founder of a great empire to rival any in history. The machines tell me I am someone I am not. I will not play by their rules. Ah, that's Genghis Khan. Okay, so we're going to auto slot on the outside. We're looking for that. There we go. Oh, he's behind that thing.
It seems local fauna has been nesting here.
Oh, we needed copper anyway. I wonder, anything else? I guess nothing else in the area. Just a little bit of copper. Genghis explosion. Genghis somehow got a hold of explosives. So Genghis blew up something which allowed the predators to get into the facility. Interesting. So it's his fault. Interesting that they never have any visitors. They still have all the same stuff, including the same credits.
If you require organic compounds, now might be a good time to collect. Okay. So these predators have been taking out the robots. Cool. That could be why the facility needs repair. So 8 is unanswered questions. Who created the facility? Is the mission the real reason? Do we share the DNA really? Are people watching us? Are the robots as unintelligent? Are the reborn what they claim? Ada writing down the questions that need to be answered. I used some of my microsecond regulators to do weapon upgrades. That came in handy. Is that for selling later or personal use?
Better make sure I'm going the right way. Well, okay, so it's not giving me any path, so we'll just keep going. Is that thing as big as it looks? It was level 75. That could be a real surprise if you aren't totally overpowered.
Seems we are clear.
Oh, and that glowy bit, that's from the recon scope.
Best not to leave anything useful behind.
Oh, come on. Security override code required. Okay, so I need to find a security override code somewhere. Are there any more of those? Thank you, Andreja. Part of the facility, Ada's diary. That's 5. Attempt manual override. Security code is required. Okay. So we continue to explore a bit. Or we look at this, find clues about the facility. It's not giving me any more directions. Huh. Okay, that's the exit, I guess, to here. Open door. Okay, so this is what keeps people from just running down to the... So we can come back in this way.
Grow tired of seeing that. I'm hearing what sounds like ducks. Oh, really? Unless it's hidden somewhere, that is something we're going to have to find somewhere else, I guess. So you take fall damage for gymnastics, don't I? And there's one this way.
Okay, so here's that back entrance. I came out. Is there anything at all down here? Nope. Did I miss looting something important? Let's work our way backwards through the facility. See if I can find it. There's still 2 more of those clue thingies. Hold on, what's that? I move this. So too heavy to carry. Hammer, okay. That'd be a shame if a mob died on top of something I needed to pick up off the floor. Okay, winding my way back out.
The spoils of victory, I suppose, in all their messy glory.
I'm thinking that from a design perspective, being able to pick up that master code before we get there is probably not how they did this. I'm betting that we're going to have to go back to the people there and ask around to find out what's going on here.
Burrowed into the ground here, or they originally came up out of it.
But we can check. I am not an expert game designer. Just an enthusiastic player. Okay, so I'm thinking it's not here. This says find clues about the facility. And we are at a standstill. So we go back to the ship. See if anybody back at their place has any ideas. And that's a crash. Be right back. Okay, let's try this again. Operation Starseed, find clues. Well, I'm going to head back to Crucible. See if I can talk to the people there. Maybe somebody has a clue?
This is intriguing. A rather large amount of security for such a small place.
So when we came backwards through the facility, we didn't find any more clues about information about the facility or the code to get through the end. I'm probably missing something simple and obvious, but talking to these people might help.
I hope your arrival doesn't mean more violence.
Amana-Renos. She is a curious lady. We are unnaturally dependent on the pragmatists seek, perhaps, but...
Yeah.
I guess we're done.
So he's not going to give us any more information.
The mission is a lie. But we have a chance to build real life here on Crucible.
The pragmatists are the only ones who see Crucible through weapons.
Hey lady, if you want me to repair this place, you're gonna have to help me get through.
Roosevelt would destroy any hope of the mission succeeding.
Nope.
Goodbye.
Your visitation is a prayer answered. Uncomfortable, truth be told. The believers are undeniably favored by the facility. Their complex receives food and materials first. When blood is spilt, the facility robots often side with them, and always the arguments and fisticuffs. Most of us just want to live in peace. Why yes, Ada Lovelace, at your service. My namesake worked with Charles Babbage, and is widely considered the first female programmer. And to see what our little experiments led to, I only wish Mr. Babbage was here.
She understates it. The first programmer, period.
I suppose I am what passes for one here. I have my namesake's education, so I am well versed there. But without any books or treatises from other scientists, my knowledge is limited. Some clones received specialized knowledge, like Amelia. She knows how spacecraft works. So interviewing them has been fantastic for learning more advanced scientific principles. But mainly I conduct experiments, rudimentary as they are. Farewell, outsider.
Okay, so Ada can't help. Amana-Renos is no help.
He's busy.
Franklin's no help.
I would kill for a new slate. Of anything at all.
Change is coming.
Non-resident detected. Valid exception acknowledged.
Please don't tell anybody. This is a safe place from all the yammerings of the societies. It runs hot and cold. During usual times, it's an occasional scuffle. Maybe a black eye when an argument gets out of hand. And then a society goes on a rampage and it's tombstone all over. I hope your arrival keeps things on an even keel. A pleasure talking with you.
The believers will win eventually.
I must have missed something. I'm going to sit back and think for a bit. I'm beginning to think I'm going to need to do a walkthrough. Like, just pondering. I've talked to everybody here that matters. I went to the Crucible and talked around there. One thing I haven't done is gotten copper from what's-his-name. I'm going to look up a walkthrough. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, without following the walkthrough in any way, I just kind of glanced through it, and I think I missed some clues on the way in. Let me look at my list. I'm going to compare really quick. Notes. So let's see. Diary page discovering Galathea. Check. Diary page escape. Oh, I missed the escape. Got reborn. Got Genghis explosion. I missed anonymous last words. Okay, so we're going to go back through again, and this time I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for more of these clues. I didn't want to follow a walkthrough, but certainly identifying that I missed clues, kind of important. See, I actually seriously thought that the last two clues were going to be beyond the locked gate. Apparently they aren't.
Let us see what wonders of life this planet hosts.
So, find clues about the facility. See, I got my blue dot went away, so I figured there were no more clues that I could get to. Oh, well, it's back now. Okay. Are you telling me if I just left the facility and came back in, it would have given me arrows again? Good grief. Yep, there's one right there. Escape. I think Genghis may be right. Escape is our only option. And there was one down further. Hold on.
Something has been here. Could be non-hostile, but best to be prepared.
Oh, where? Okay, so I get close enough, it eventually picks up on it. There we go. Anonymous last words. Do not trust Bill Hickok. He is not who he seems. Okay. Choose which society to give facility information. Okay. So you have to actually get all the slates. Even though those last two that I picked up were, shall we say, less than informative? Wait, do not trust Bill Hickok? Yeah, okay. This is the way back to the beginning. Can I just fast travel there? Cannot fast travel from this location. Okay. That actually makes sense. I probably just should have pushed on forward and gone out the back entrance. Up those stairs from the bottom. Oh well. And that's a crash. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, trying again. L. There we go. I don't know why hitting L is crashing us out. I'm beginning to wonder if the user interface mod that I'm running, Praxis, maybe I need to delete and reinstall it because it might have some files from the other one. I'm going to give that a shot now that I'm thinking of it. Let's do a hard save here. And I will be right back after hard reinstalling that one. Okay, I deleted all traces of Praxis UI and reinstalled it from scratch. Also noticed there was an update to Stroud Premium Edition, so I again deleted Stroud Premium Edition and reinstalled it and the PDY patch on top of it. I certainly hope that's what the problem was. So we have information we can give to somebody. I'm going to go for the pragmatists.
The renegades will use any means to escape Crucible.
Okay, Delano Roosevelt.
It is still hard to accept a stranger in our midst.
This is probably the right choice. These people need time. They are not ready for what awaits them in the settled systems.
Let me see. You have no idea what a reassurance it is to learn even these hints of our past.
It sounds like the facility is in ruins, but perhaps the restricted section is intact?
Think of the answers it must contain, and perhaps a way to help us become self-sufficient. But there is no security override code here. I would know. Think. Galathea's sister ship. Yes, if it can be found. Certainly, they had the capability of going into the heart of the facility.
If anyone can figure a manner of locating the Beagle, it's Ada Lovelace.
I'll radio her and explain the situation. I'm sure she will make every effort to assist.
Okay, so now Ada can be of help.
In my darkest hours, I feared that we were all that was left of humanity. To know how to touch the stuff. Goodbye, outside.
Yeah, I want her on the ship. She's very excited and cheerful.
I hear you share the secrets of the facility with someone else.
Have it? So we did come from a spaceship. Of course we did. And there's another out there? What was the Beagle? Why did she and the Galathea part? But all of that in time. First, we must find her. She's not in this star system. I would have spotted her. The radio telescope. It has a default position. It resets every morning. I always wondered, why point at Bell 5? Petty frustration I've dealt with for years. But perhaps the facility looks for her sister. Yes, it makes sense. I can send you the coordinates. The Bell Star system is not far. The facility communicates via a secure frequency. When you arrive, tune into that.
Okay, investigate Bell 5. Let's go.
To be where we left it?
Old navigation system still has a projected flight plan of the Beagle. Next stop is the Lasny 1. Boy, we're really heading way out there.
Well, you didn't put us in a good planet, so we must be in the right place.
Star parcel freighter to unknown vessel. I have an urgent package, hoping for some assistance. Star Parcel's fleet's got a load of these aging Deimos monsters. Built like tanks, but well past their warranty. It's gonna take hours to fix this, if we can get the engine back online at all. Sorry, company policy is only employees are allowed on the ship. If you step foot on here, I'm out of a job. I got a hot package that's paid for expedited delivery. They'll dock my pay if it doesn't get to its destination. Star Parcel will reward you well if you can assist.
Sure, yeah, I can deliver it.
Excellent. All you need to do is drop this off to the ship services technician on Sidonia. They'll take it from there. Thanks for bailing me out of this nightmare.
Okay, we are headed... you're just right here. Beetle Dock. So the star parcel is literally sitting 100 feet from the beam.
Seals are good, air pressure good. Hey, we're docked.
Good day, Captain.
Okay. I doubt we'll find anybody alive. Let's do be fully armed, though. Okay, so there is a bit of security. Need to remember to tap that quick save button now and then. I will be very, very happy if my crashes have gone away. Are you?
I'm not entirely sure of the temperature threshold.
Yeah. There's another red dot this way. Oh, that must be cargo hatch. Cool. I wish there were real cargo hatches like that on ships I could use. You know, just to completely open to the outside. I'm not sure that's... Hey, level 74. We'll figure out what to do with the point later. Probably something to do with crafting. Some of the better things I want to do, there's some penetrator ammo, for instance, require special projects. Dr. Zhao's computer. Franklin Genghis? Sorry, your turret's gone. But there's the security door.
Certainly made sure to bring along plenty of robots.
I'm not going to bother with the lock on this one. We'll come back to it if it looks like we're bottlenecked. Beagle Data Core. All security systems disabled. Crimson Fleet incident. Security override code for Project Starseed has been encrypted with a standard project cipher. Okay. See if Ada can decrypt the security override code. Okay.
Be advised that this is NG+3 system failure. Catastrophic damage.
We just need to run our way back out through any additional robots that may have been triggered.
Greetings, Captain.
Hey, Vasco.
Systems are nominal. We are ready to depart.
Clamps released.
Okay. Back to Ada.
Let's sit it down.
We have an urgent situation developing on Please help immediately, or it's too late.
Okay, let's see. I think I am going to, instead of leaving the ship and just appearing outside. Well, Well, people aren't swarming the streets shooting each other. I should probably deal with Franklin's emergency first.
I just wish the societies could get along.
Oh, well, let's go talk to Ada first.
Please, deadly trouble is brewing. Deal with it, and we can converse at length.
Okay. So she's definitely a do me after them. Fine. I was hoping to get her busy on the decrypting while we did this. Whatever it is.
Oh, thank God you're here. Genghis has issued an ultimatum. He will attack the Pragmatist Society with everything he's got, unless you meet with him. I fear Amonarinas is siding with him too.
We are on the brink of war. A war I will not shrink from. Not when we are so close to victory. He knows you have seen the facility. And if you have been there, then anything is possible.
So, he threatens violence to ensure his voice is heard. I will send a message. We are meeting under flag of truce. Something sacred to us. So, no matter how much he vexes you, keep your gun holstered.
Can I use my knife? Put him on.
The outsider. Franklin.
Amonarinas. Genghis. I had hoped we would not be meeting like this after so short a respite from war.
You drove us here, Franklin. Did you think we would let the outsider just hand the pragmatist victory? Stranger, if you do not change your course, there will be none of the pragmatists alive to help. You want peace? Then let the renegades go free. Roosevelt can do whatever he wants with the others.
This is not what we agreed, Genghis. Only those who have passed the test can leave Crucible.
This is my test. Here and now. And I intend to pass it. In blood, if I have to. If you let us leave Crucible, then the Pragmatists can do whatever they want here. With my blessings.
Under no circumstances can I agree to that. Genghis specifically should never, ever leave this planet.
So there it is. It is spite. That is why the great Franklin Delano Roosevelt drives Crucible to ruin. To deny me my own chance to live in the settled systems.
Your namesake was a plague upon the world. Arguably the greatest butcher in human history. If there was even a fraction of a chance I would be unleashing that upon the stars, I would do anything in my power to stop it. Perhaps you are right. Amonarinas,
The facility and its test and mission are flawed, broken. We all know it. And if you are allowed to author that test, then you control us all.
So the answer is we are all imprisoned here? You leave us no choice but to join the renegades and end your society.
20 years.
What?
We have to stand on our own 2 feet to earn a chance at freedom. So let the outsider reprogram the facility, and for 20 years we work together to make Crucible truly ours. And after, we institute a test, which we both author with mutual veto power, and any who pass may leave.
Do not let the politician cloud your head with pretty words.
You think I would accept this? We have been going in circles for so long.
We could kill them all, and then we can dictate any terms we like.
I only lead my people to battle when I must. Do you promise, Mr. Roosevelt, a fair test? One that we can pass in our lifetime?
I will not make it easy, but it will be, as you say, fair.
No! Arenas, this is a trick!
Roosevelt has done many things that infuriate me. But his honor? I have never had to question. The believers will not fight. Let the gods decide which of you is right. I think you have the makings of a fine ruler yourself.
You will regret this, Arenas. Mightily. Then we will meet on the field of battle. The heavens will judge who is worthy.
So be it. We have fortified the society, but this will never end until Genghis is dead. He is the linchpin. If you take him out, I know an armistice can be reached. Genghis is formidable. I know I am sending you into harm's way. Please be careful.
You're done for.
I am basically going to stick in phase time. I'm only going to shoot at the target. Everybody else dead.
It is over. Why does it always come down to force? I hope your settled systems has truly learned from the past. Clearly, we have not. To be a leader, a true leader, you must make terrible choices, and then live with them. If it is any consolation, they gave us no choice. Please, go to the facility and make it so that it will obey my instructions. so we can finally grow as a people.
Okay, so that's taken care of.
Blood runs in the streets again. I had hoped, however naively, that we were past that. I do not hold you responsible, but your arrival was certainly a lethal catalyst. May I help you? So your mission to the Beagle was a success? Let me see. It is done. There is a standard cipher used by the facility. It took me many years and, well, lifetimes to overcome. And now, the mysteries of the facility await you. I pray you choose what befalls us wisely.
Okay,
I will hold
did I
yours
recruit
out.
you yet?
In my dark, to know how to touch the star. Goodbye, outsider.
His defeat.
I wish I had the gift of words that Roosevelt has. Goodbye.
Okay, so our next step, deal with the facility.
If you need to harvest any organic materials, now would be the time.
And that is why we pick our landing pads a little more carefully. We can go in the back entrance, save some time. These are new. Apparently things have gotten worse. So hypothesis is that the biologicals were all outside the gate. So that's the hope.
I am unable. Repair not possible.
Expert level lock. Well, let's see. We can simplify the outside a little bit. This requires 4. Spread out. That guy at 1 would do it.
Can you get that done?
Okay, both inside. Both inside. So if you're there, and you're there. We don't have a singleton, so it's not him. And of course, we already took out the turret. So there were clones. Our turrets.
Yes.
Okay, so bad stuff in the water. Got it. Let's start with turret, clone. Come on. Freeze time. Where's that last turret? And there's something else that direction. Yep. Good shooting, Andreja. So despite being clones in an unknown facility way away from everything, it's had no contact with the world, they've got the latest in Varun fashions.
I am engaging the enemy.
Okay. Nobody else in here. Didn't need that phase time. It'd be kind of fun to see a replay of this from outside the phase time point of view. Code and facility degradation, reaching critical levels. Emergency manual reboot required. What are we supposed to do here? Oh, let me think. I think the new super admin is the way to go. So full project cleanse would be releasing everybody. And current mission parameters would be locking it back down. There we go. Hand it over to Franklin. Expert lock. Gonna auto slot the outside again. That leaves us with that 3, which looks like this one. Let's auto slot one of these. There we go. I think I'm going to skip the organs. Yeah. Considering that these guys sell for like 1/10 of their value, and I can grab just random weapons and sell those for more. So is Andreja gonna catch up with me anytime soon?
Your abilities are truly amazing.
Sitting right behind me. So I closed that door. She must have been inside that room. This is fine. Okay. Report back to Franklin. And it just crashed in the middle of a quick save. I am hoping that it didn't wipe out the previous quick save. There should be an autosave from when we... Oh, there it is. Try that again. Yes, quick save is taking a very long time to happen. I'm going to exit and restart the program real quick. I'll be right back. So what worried me about the save is I thought that saves were being done asynchronously. And the fact that the entire UI locked up is disturbing. I'm going to try doing a quick save here, see if it does that same thing. Yeah, it's doing the same thing. So there's something weird going on. Well, with any luck, we're about done in this area, and maybe that'll be something location linked. Or maybe I'll just have to get used to it.
Hopefully all this death will be worth it.
As much as Genghis always pushes for war, I truly wish it wasn't necessary. What was long sought after is upon us. Change. Not all on Crucible will approve of what you have done, but doing what is right is seldom easy or free of difficulty. You have given us all a chance for self-determination. Maybe in time we will be worthy of going to the stars. For some of us, that will be a rude awakening. You have my enduring thanks. And anytime you need safe harbor, know that Crucible is here for you.
Okay, so Operation Starseed is done.
Instead, Roosevelt wins. Perhaps in time we can convince Franklin.
Okay, so that quick save worked.
Consider taking me with you. You've taken the Crucible by storm, haven't you? Now that Roosevelt's the admin, I'm in the clear to hightail it out of here. What do you say? Will you take me with you?
Sure.
Golly, thanks. You have no idea what this means to me. I swear you won't regret it.
Okay, so we do have space for her on the ship.
I just need to say a couple farewells, and then I'll hit the road. See you out there.
Okay. I think we are done on Charybdis. I don't know what's next. We'll find something. I hear there's a retreat on Eloy. Or we could push onward with the main quest, pick up more powers. I think I'm going to go pick up some more powers off camera because that's not the most exciting stuff.
Now that we are here, what will be our next course of action?
Man, the galaxy's too big to be stuck in the same place.
Late at night in dive bars, sometimes the old-timers share stories about things they've seen that they just couldn't explain. Ghost stories, if you will. I've heard of things like the Starborn before. But they're real. Honest to God, real. I genuinely considered mass hysteria, but the sensor logs confirm it. It's real. So the obvious question is, what the hell are they? Everyone's gonna be thinking aliens, but maybe not. Their ships were incredible, but they still felt like ships. They had engines, weapons, I think I even made out a grav drive. If they were really alien, I would just expect it to be more alien, you know? I mean, it could be some secret Freestar Varun or UC tech, but I don't know. Exactly. I'm gonna throw out another wild stab in the dark theory. Maybe they're from outside our known systems. Here's the hypothetical. Centuries ago, some brainiac scientists decide to play settler, but they go way, way beyond any place we've ever been to set up stakes. Once they get there, they make a few lucky breakthroughs, and their science just snowballs from there. I could see them getting further, faster, and hence become the Starborn. If I got it right, then you owe me a steak dinner. One way or the other, we are not alone. And that's... that's both exciting and terrifying.
Talk to me. What's new? Okay.
Okay, so let's see if Sarah has any comments.
I wanted to talk to you, but honestly, I don't know where to begin. The Starborn's technology is simply astonishing. It's just almost too much to process. Yes, I suppose I am. But you can hardly blame me, can you? You do understand the significance of this encounter, don't you? This is humankind's first contact with what I believe is an alien race. A race with technology that could be far superior to our own. Oh, we could learn so much from them. I wouldn't say I was afraid. More like approaching the situation with caution. Can't be a coincidence that these Starborn suddenly appeared after your experience at that temple. We know they're here to lay claim to the artifacts, but what's their true motivation? What aren't they telling us?
I don't think I'm going to pull that on her.
It's very disturbing, especially with all of that cutting-edge technology at their disposal. Damn. Oh, if only we knew more about the Starborn. What their species is like, where they're from, how they're able to speak our language. I feel like a cadet on my very first day aboard a spaceship. My mind is absolutely swimming with questions. No, not time travelers. I don't think the science is there to support that theory. Their name alone, Starborn. There's some type of hidden meaning there. Something that feels very old, perhaps even ancient. Whatever the case may be, I can assure you that Constellation intends to get to the bottom of this mystery. I'm not really sure. Scientifically speaking, we're all born from the stars. Most of the chemical components of our body, carbon, oxygen, sulfur, are exactly the same as those manufactured by internal stellar reactions. Now, ask someone like Matteo the same question, and he'd probably give a more theological answer. But hey, it's all a guessing game anyway. No, we absolutely cannot allow them to continue their mission unchecked. Without a deep understanding of what the artifacts are, and why the Starborn want them so badly, we must stay the course.
Well, I thought that said they should stay out of our way.
Thank you. I really appreciate your support right now. You know, it's funny. When I was a little girl, I'd lay on the ground and stare up at the stars. I was absolutely convinced they held a secret. I'd remain there for hours in silence, eyes closed, listening, waiting for the secret to be whispered in my ear. This encounter with the Starborn is that moment to me. The stars are finally whispering, and I need to hear what they have to say. I knew I could count on your support. Well then, I've certainly wasted enough of your valuable time. Just do be careful if you cross paths with these Starborn in the future. I wouldn't want to lose one of the most valuable members of Constellation.
Okay, I'm clearly getting a little tired because I didn't read that properly. But I do think we need to head back to the barn.
Time to join the stars.
Looks peaceful from up here, doesn't it?
Okay, and we can jump home. I'm going to use this one to get there.
Landing gear's ready.
Security here is so visible. I suppose it makes people more comfortable. Most people, anyway.
So we want to hang out here at the ship or at the lodge? I think I'm going to hang out at the lodge.
I am glad to be back. It will be good to have a moment to relax.
Oh, sorry. Was just doing some math in my head. Trade the gaps with you.
Photo gallery. No. Photo mode. There we go. Peacefully sitting by the fire. I will see you in the next recording.